Hi, my name is Ludas Vutkus, and in this video I want to do a quick review of an up-and-coming ICO called Bankera. The pre-ICO starts in one day, in August 28th. After the pre-ICO there's going to be the main ICO, but more on that a bit later. So why is Bankera interesting and why is it special? Well, Bankera is an ICO that already has a product. What I mean is that most ICOs these days only have an idea. They have no product. They are not sure if they will be successful creating the product. They only create a white paper, roadmap, build out a vision, and then they start an ICO process. They get funding, and then they start working on their product. That's probably true for around 90% of ICOs these days. And with Bankera, it's actually different. They already have a product. They call it the minimum viable product, but it actually is more than a minimum, in my opinion. The Bankera is their product is SpectroCoin. They have been in the market a while. What it is an exchange of cryptocurrencies. They are supporting Bitcoin, Dash, Ethereum, and you will also be able to use Bankera after it launches. I'm also expecting that they will be supporting NEM tokens, and more about that a little bit later. As you can see, they have an exchange. You can deposit money with all the different cryptocurrencies and fiat currencies. You can withdraw to a lot of places. OKPay, Perfect Money, Payeer, etc. What's also interesting that you can also get a debit card to make payments for goods and services with your cryptocurrencies. Also, they can provide merchant integration for making payments of cryptocurrencies on your websites. So it's not really that minimum of a product, what I would say. So what is Bankera planning to do? Well, they want to get investments to bring SpectroCoin to a whole new level, to make it into a blockchain era bank. It's hard for already established banks to move all their operations to the blockchain. There's Ripple that helps banks to make faster transactions, etc. But overall, it's very costly for them to change all their operations from their standard ones to the blockchain. So it's much easier to start a bank from scratch. So what's the vision of Bankera? Well, the vision is to provide the option to pay with different kinds of cryptocurrencies. They are going to provide IBAN numbers and already have debit cards and stuff like that. So usual payment stuff with cryptocurrencies. Next, they also want to provide loans and deposits, other similar basic stuff that banks provide, and also they want to provide some investment opportunities through their bank. So basic pillars of a regular bank, but with better technology. So the roadmap is to develop the infrastructure, which is already completed. This is the SpectroCoin stuff. Then there's going to be the pre-ICO on August 28th. I already mentioned that, and it will be running for a month. More on this in a second. Then there will be e-money capabilities, peer-to-peer transfers, mobile wallets, and after that the main ICO will start in mid-October. So in the pre-ICO, 10% of the tokens will be sold, and in ICO 30% of the tokens will be sold. Banking capabilities in early 2019. So after the ICO is finished, the bank will probably launch in around a year. It's a lengthy process to get all the licenses, I suppose, so this is expected to take some time. Investment solutions late 2019 after they start their bank. New types of money 2020, and lots of new stuff in the future probably ahead. So how the ICO process, the pre-ICO process will going to work. So here we have different tiers. If 0 to 500 million Bankera tokens will be sold, the price in the ICO will be 0.012 cents, so a 20% increase. If the pre-ICO is mildly successful and sold around 2 billion tokens, then the price will be 0.015, so a 50% increase in price, or if it sells out, then 0.07, so 70% increase in price. So just by participating in the pre-ICO, you're going to get from 20 to 70% increase in your investment when the ICO happens. So that's kind of interesting model for the ICO. So why would you want to be holding Bankera tokens? The main reason that's very appealing to a lot of people, and to me as well, is that Bankera tokens will be paying out 20% of Bankera and SpectroCoin net transaction revenue weekly. Not monthly, not yearly, but weekly. So every week you will be getting some cryptocurrency due to holding your Bankera tokens. Well, it's probably not going to be too much, but if you're holding huge sums, then it will start to add up, and 20% of all net transaction revenue is quite a big deal. If you are a big investor, then you can basically pay out a salary just by holding these tokens. So that's very, very good. And the tokens will be distributed through smart contracts. So lastly, I want to talk about two people in their advisor team. Firstly, Lon Wong, the president of NEM.io Foundation. Why is that important? Well, if you don't know, NEM is the 8th biggest cryptocurrency right now. It's a very interesting product. I am invested in it, and this is why I said there's likely going to be NEM added to the SpectroCoin exchange, because they have the NEM founders as an advisor in their team. So this is really huge. There's a lot of hype when Vitalik Buterin of Ethereum is an advisor in an ICO, and this is at a little bit lower level, but still a really huge thing when a huge cryptocurrency supports an ICO. So that's going to be really huge. And the second person I want to talk about is Antanas Guoga. He is an entrepreneur and a member of European Parliament. So the bank will probably be launched in Europe. So he probably will help to make it easier to get all the licenses and to speed up the whole process. So and Eva Kaili is also a member of European Parliament which is also an advisor. So they will be having a support in the European Parliament, so which is a pretty big deal when opening a bank. So again, the pre-ICO starts in August 28th, where 10% of tokens will be sold, and in the mid-October the ICO starts, where 30% of tokens are going to be sold. So this is it for this video. Hope you found it helpful, and I will see you in the next one.